Have you heard about the recent incident where the statue of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie was destroyed by a group of protesters? What do you think about this?
Well, I hear about the thing, and Rastafari do not condone this thing. And not only that, Rastafari is quite offended by this thing. I mean, as a Rastafari, we've always shown great respect to Ethiopians, and regardless of our differences, Ethiopians have always shown us some kind of respect. You know, every Ethiopian I've met, I've always said, yeah, you lot might be from Jamaica and things like that, but we're giving us some respect. But now, this is a total disrespect. An Ethiopian should know Rastafari respect Haile Selassie to the highest. Like, we see His Majesty as the Almighty, the living eye. So, I don't condone this. And also, we find it quite offensive that the Ethiopians would do it. And any Ethiopian that is not a part of this crew and not a part of this philosophy should make themselves known. Yeah? And those who are, well, you know, just know Sir Rasta don't agree with you. And upon the rebuilding of this statue and these statues, you know that we will be defending that. It's not every Rasta talk about peace and love all day long.
And what do you think about the responses that others have made about this incident?
Well, I've heard some responses. I know most people that try to talk about this thing will try to be diplomatic. Like I've heard Buju Banton and Warrior King mention some diplomatic stuff. But, you know, true I know Rastafari, I know so really them a bonfire upon it. Right? They're just being diplomatic in a certain respects. But and you know Rastafari, does project I myself as a hopeful and a humble person. But as we said, it's not all Rastafari that is of the priestical order. Some of us is of the warrior order, and some of us is of the prophetic order. So you will get a variation in responses if you read as time go by. And so the responses I've heard so far, they're not inspiring. They don't tell me, they don't give I and I nothing. Like I want to hear responses where tell us about the solutions as well, So I've heard some responses that, they're diplomatic, but, they lack solution and they lack, reality, how the Rastafari really feel. Because how the Rastafari really feel, if someone destroy a statue of Buddha or Jesus and stuff like that, it would be a big uproar. So, and also, there will be some kind of justice.
And what do you think the solution would be? What do you propose? What actions would you take?
I personally, because obviously I is the founder of the Rastafari Council of Britain and the Rastafari Global Council, and I have used Cannon Zero Park. I use that park to keep events. We've used that park before to keep events. It's actually a historic spot for us and a sacramental spot for us, and so we will be rebuilding it. We will be coming together to rebuild this spot. That is the solution. And also we plan to work together with those in Ethiopia and travel there and also rebuild the statue of Rastafari Makonnen, the father of Haile Selassie. Those two statues are important to the Rastafari culture and the Rastafari history, and we cannot allow our children to come and these statues are no more. I don't condone the behavior of those Ethiopians, and any conscious people should know that your history has been hidden from you in Ethiopia. You don't know all the facts about His Majesty. Look at the Ethiopian that done the film Man of the Millennium. He didn't know the greatness of Selassie, of His Majesty, yeah? And that's why he burned a fire in the West and did that documentary. And too many Ethiopians do not know the reality about His Majesty, and now they'll think they will know it. They think they know it because they were there, but you don't understand how Babylon work when they shut information off and feed you a certain amount of information, yeah? They allow you to react. They set one one against the other. They highlight our differences. So it's always gonna be war. You know, look now, Rasta and the Ethiopian brother is gonna be at war. It's quite straightforward, because if we rebuild this and boy try to stop it, we will defend it. No doubt.
I'm sure you've seen it. So would you like to share with us what you think about this video here, where Ethiopians are destroying their own flag?
It's obvious that Babylon wanted this to happen, because the police stood there and made the man climb the top, tear the flag, and do their uproar. So they wanted this to happen. This is a part of their plan, so that the Ethiopian will defile your own flag and your own country, right? See, well, what flag do you represent now? What flag is up there, right? When an Ethiopian goes and destroys his own flag, don't you realize how colonized, don't you realize you have no nation, yeah? Because for all we know that Ethiopia has been represented by this flag, yeah? This flag is the Ethiopian flag, or the flag with the lion. So at the end of the day, I'm saying that these people that go marched on the embassy, Babylon wanted it. In Ethiopia, they go and they destroy hotels and things. It's even non-Aroma people, so they're doing like senseless things too, alright? And I don't know when these Ethiopians suddenly get their oomph to fight. When of all the African nations, they usually come across as one of the more humble. So all of a sudden now, for the sake of Babylon, gonna get rare now, yeah, right? So if you check yourself, right? Because nobody gonna rate you around here when time you act them kind of ways. And I know this is out of the diplomatic realm, but I have to tell them straight that Achilles Ethiopian will be more of a part of the problem than part of the solution, right? I understand that there's some retaliation to what you stand for, but you have to understand Babylon set you up. Yeah? When Babylon set you up, just like how they would have set the Crips against the Blood, they take the Blood car and go and shoot up the Crips area and then just leave it at that. Because they know that that fight will start and it will never stop. So now they've created reactions, yeah? Go and really do your research and find out who killed your singer and who is the cause of this issue. And you will really realize it's always Babylon behind it, and we should not fight against each other, right? But history keeps repeating itself. You know? Well, I just want to say, you know, respect and love and salvation to all. Even my brothers that have destroyed the statue of His Majesty, right? I think you should cough up, you and your crew should apologize to Rastafari. I also think that you should also be one of the first to join the campaign to rebuilding it, right? Obviously, the ones that are destroyed it, when in England, when they catch you, you're going to jail, all right? Because that's how it is. You have breached the common law of the land to destroy. Also in Ethiopia, you have also breached the common law, you know? But I suggest that the brothers then make some public apologies, right? So that we know that it was just a moment of, you know, insanity, rage, or adrenaline that caused them to do it. I want to know that my brothers are checking themselves. Because righteousness is about when you can see your own faults and your own errors, right? So, and that would be very humbling and respectful to see them apologize and also pay a contribution towards the rebuilding of the statues. And obviously, we will do a proper another presentation regarding from the Council of Britain, Rastafari Council of Britain and the Rastafari Global Council regarding the steps we're going to take toward the rebuilding of this. And anyone wants to, you know, be a part of this rebuilding should, you know, contact the Global Council and the Council of Britain and see how you can make a contribution towards the rebuilding of the statue of His Majesty and his father, Ras Makonnen, Haile Selassie Ras, Jah Rastafari. The more ambassadors I'm going to get Yehuda, say you me Exabi and the Gusna gets the Ethiopia. Kadamami Haile Selassie the first, the one who Rastafari hail as the Almighty I, the living I.